Okay, so where's my chair? Got a fudge pop because it's very hot outside. It's me, the creator of the Mater Fanfiction. This is the book I wrote. As you can see, the Mater X Reader Fanfic. If you don't know, fanfic is short for fanfiction. And not only am I an amazing writer, but let me eat my fudge pop. I can draw. That's Mater. And then that's my OC, Rasputia. She'll show up in the thing. It's a really weird tasting fudge pop, but I guess I'll cut to when I'm done with it, because I first wasn't going to, but like it's really hot outside and I wanted a fudge pop, so I know I'm not inside anymore. I didn't finish the fudge pop. It was weirdly like chalky for some reason, and that was kind of gross. That was kind of gross for some reason. Yeah, here it is. The Mater Fanfic, and I gotta hurry and read this because it's really hot outside and I'm starting to get irritated. There's no backstory on this. I wrote this with my best friend. We were really bored and we didn't know what we were wanting to do. So we decided to... We wrote it in class one day. We wrote it in a class. Yeah, we just came up with it on the spot, and then it just kind of became like a running, like, short story or whatever. Dude, it is... I don't know if I can get it less hot in here. Oh, jeez. Anyways, that's not the point. I'll just read this and get it done. I got my audience, Seismitoad plush! Seismitoad. I love Seismitoad. Seismitoad is my favorite Pokemon. It's kind of unfortunate that like no one else likes Seismitoad. Anyways, I keep getting off track. Here's the Mater X Reader Fanfic, the first 2 chapters, all written, handwritten. Are we ready? I know I am. I was driving through Radiator Springs. I had just gotten done drinking at Flo's Cafe when I saw my crush, Mater. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. I've been in love for him for ages, ever since I got here. The first car, Mater. He greeted me as soon as I drove in. "Hey there," said Mater. I felt like my heart just dropped. How can a car that handsome exist? I could feel my engine rev up. "Hi there, I'm new to Radiator Springs. Is there anywhere I can stop for the night?" Mater winked cutely. I don't know how to wink. Ow! There's like 2 bees flying outside. Guess they wanted to hear. Mater winked cutely. "You could stay over at my place." I blushed, even though I was a car. I drove into his shop. He motioned towards a spot. "You can stay right there," he said, winking once more, again making me blush. I drove over, breathing in and out. Mater drove over towards me, winking once more. "Have a nice night, sweetheart." He drove out, going to hang with his bestie Lightning McQueen. I felt weird. How could I be in love with a tow truck? Is this even possible? Alright, to clarify, I want to clarify this. I'm not actually in love with Mater. It's just a character I wrote. It's not a self-insert, as a lot of people were thinking. I don't know why my glasses keep falling The glasses are dirty. I gotta take them off now. I got the Josh Dunn shirt on. I bought it off of Etsy. It was $20, but it was for the funnies, so it was a good $20, and that just made my glasses worse. And I dropped the Mater Fanfic. But yeah, for clarification, I don't love Tomater. It's all a joke. I'm not into cars. I have a boyfriend from Discord who's 100% real. Not into cars. No, none of that. Anyways, flashback over. Mater drove towards me. "Hey, sweetheart," he said, smiling really wide, showing off his mesmerizing and beautiful buck tooth. I blushed once more. "Hello, Mater," I said. "I've missed you. Where have you been?" Mater sighed. "I went on a date with my girlfriend, Holly." He sighed again. "What's wrong, Mater?" I said, driving up closer towards him. He sighed. "Holly wants to get married." "But why are you sad about that?" I asked. He and Holly had been dating for 2 years. Sorry, I couldn't swallow for a second. Mater looked into my eyes, causing my entire car body to shake. "She doesn't love me. She only married me for my teeth, for my engine." Mater had some freaking luscious teeth. They made me wild every time I saw them. I wanted to lick his teeth so bad. I put my tire on Mater's face. "You don't deserve someone like that." All of a sudden, an urge came over me. I licked the side of Mater's dented body. "The taste of rust is wonderful, my dear," I said raspily. Mater blushed. What if Holly finds out?" I growled cutely. "She won't ever find out, baby." I kissed his beautiful rusted face. He kissed me back. He looked at me. "Let's go back to my shop, baby." This is... I know I keep interrupting, but this is like a PG story. So I didn't really... Or PG-13, I guess, because they're doing some horrendous stuff. They don't actually do anything bad. Just want to clarify. We drove back. Lightning McQueen was still smoking weed outside. Like usual. We tried sending him to rehab like 5,000 times. He still went back to the weed. He used to be a race car. Now he was just a weed car. Mater looked at him lovingly. "Hey, Lightning. Me and Rasputia are gonna go kiss inside my shop. Wanna join?" "Nah, man. This good," he screamed with pothead excitement as he chuffed another fat dart. "I gotta go hit up my weed dealer, y'all." He then proceeded to drive off a cliff. Oh god, I don't know why. I'm sorry. He then proceeded to drive off a cliff, still ripping a fat doink. Mater began to cry. My pal, my homie, Mater tried to drive off as well. Mater tried to drive off as well, but I grabbed him. I licked his teeth ever so softly. His crying stopped for a second. He resumed afterwards. "Mater, stop crying, babe." I wiped off a tear with my tire. "Sorry, babe." He looked into my eyes. I never wanted it to stop. I felt paralyzed. Then his darn girlfriend drove up. The original version has the D word. I'm sorry. I edited out to make sure it was family friendly. Mater," she said, puckering her fat, ugly car lips. "Why are you with her?" "Holly, I can explain." Holly looked pissed off. Holly drove over to him. She gasped. She licked your rust?" I did, Miss Girl, and guess what? I'd do it again. Pop, pop, pop! I punched her with my wheel and she fell, following Lightning McQueen to car heaven. Me and Mater got married and had buck-tooth car children. This is where the original ends, but I wrote a second part like a year or so back, so we're going to also read that. It's been 5 years since I got married to Mater, my beautiful, sweet, darling, pookie, wookie, tookie bear Mater. We were supposed to get married a little earlier, but the cops found out I killed Holly and I had to fake my death and get a new identity. We didn't have a traditional wedding. All of the other cars in Radiator Springs tried to snitch on me after I killed Holly, and they ended up just like her. I can still hear them honking for mercy. I don't feel bad though. I loved Mater too much. They were just obstacles in my way. Anyways, after changing my identity from Rasputia to Big Booby Belinda, life became good. I got a job at a bar, Mater stayed home with the kids, and we lived in a big house in Las Vegas. Or, we used to. We live in a trailer park now because I may or may not have accidentally gambled all our money away. Mater doesn't know. He doesn't need to know. I told him space pirates took all our money, and that was good enough for him. Life was good until a certain someone came back. I just driven home from work. Mater sat in his car with a can of beer, or oil, in his hand. He gotten rustier the past 10 years. I don't care. I liked him that way. I was going to go over and lick his rust, but I decided to pay our children a visit first. I drove to their room. Hello, my children. How was your day with Dad? Please, I just want to go home. I want to see my mom and dad. I miss them. Oh, silly, they're gone. They don't love... I know I stopped the video. It looked like I was looking out. Keep in mind, it's really hot. And I can't really go back in. I'm going to try and turn that down a little, and hopefully my phone keeps cool. Let me get back. Please, I just want to go home. I want to see my mom and dad. I miss them. Oh, silly, they're gone. They don't love you anymore. But I love you. You don't need them. I turned to my other child. How about you? Originally, the child speaks Japanese. I'll put it up on the screen. And you could just kind of like, I don't know, like screenshot and Google Translate, because I'm not going to do all that. Oh, wow. That's great, honey. I'm so glad you had a great day with your father. I turned to my other child. And how about you? It was okay, I guess. There's a strange man outside. I blinked. Oh? What do you mean? Mommy, he was scary. He was red. He was missing an eye. And he looked mad. I was playing in my room and he just watched me from the window. And when I went to go tell Dad, he just laughed and called me crazy. The car smelled a lot like weed. What happened? I asked. Did he leave? Yeah. He shouted, "Catch out!" and left. He looked like that guy Dad was friends with. I didn't hear the last part because I instantly drove out of the room to the living room. I looked up at the TV. Mater was watching cameras that were connected to the bar I worked at. Mater, I said. I thought you said you'd stop. I don't want the kids seeing this. They're in their room, Belinda. Don't worry about it. Your son said he saw someone. Craig? Oh, he makes up stuff. Last week he tried to tell me I got too drunk. Silly little goose. Mater. He said he saw someone that looked like Lightning McQueen. Mater's face turned serious and he looked at me with blank eyes. We need to leave now. We need to change our dadgum identities again. Sheesh. I had finally figured out the Hooters camera password. Suddenly, there was a knock. The son also speaks Japanese again in this scene, so I'll put it back up there. Suddenly, I heard a gun go off, in a voice I never wanted to hear again. Ka-chow, motherfricker. No! Giggle Snort, my favorite son! I was crying. Giggle Snort Gaylord III, the only child I was proud of, and now gone. Ka-chow, Big Booby Belinda, or should I say Rasputia? Lightning McQueen was staring at me with a blank expression. He was tore up. His one eye remaining was red. It looked like there was weed all over him. He had a rolled up doobie in his mouth. He took him away from me, Rasputia, you rust-licking. No! You only cared about getting high, McQueen! You never loved Mater! I did! I spent all my life loving him. You spent yours snorting crack off a female car that pulled into that godforsaken town! You know, I'm gonna be really embarrassed if, any of my family can hear this. Because I'm kind of reading the most horrendous stuff known to man. I still loved him, Rasputia. I had to stay away because it hurt me so much to see you with him. He took him away from me. You took it all from me. I could have gotten over it if I had stayed dead, but somehow I returned. God gave me a second chance at life. You really showed no restraint when you killed them. So many car parts scattered around. I almost shot myself when I jumped down. Mater looked at Big Booby Belinda. You said the government took them out because they were spies for Russia. Isn't that why we left? Mater, Lightning is lying. He always lied to you. Everyone has lied to you, Mater. I'm the only one who tells the truth. I started ascending into the air. I am the pisser and the pooper. I control all the world. I am the one who knocks. I am the puncher of all homeless people, the thrower of honey buns. I am light. I am truth. I am a smart fella and a fart smella. I am a deity. Mater was crying and sobbing along with my other children. I didn't want them to see this side of me, but this was a side I had kept hidden for so long. You see, before I came to Radiator Springs, I was the head of an extremist religious cult called the Piss Drinkers. I had found out that the government was slowly replacing all of the normal oil we drink with the piss we put out. It doesn't seem like a big deal, but this is their way of controlling the drink supply, and I couldn't take it anymore. I put this group together, and so many government agents, no, I messed that up, died, all under my hand. But it all came tumbling down after the raid of 1999. I lost all my members that day, but so did the FBI. I killed them all. Mater, still crying. Big Booby Belinda, why didn't you tell me this? I thought you said you worked at Walmart. You're wrong, Mater. You were always wrong. You were never much of a thinker. Thank God I didn't marry you for your brains. You were always the perfect cover-up for me. My child Craig looked up at me with tears in his eyes. So you never really loved Dad? I do love your father, but he's more like a pet to me. Enough of this foolish banter. Lightning McQueen pointed his Glock directly at me. I am sick of your lies, whore. I'm going to finish this job, like Holly should have done a while ago. He turned to Mater. Mater, I'm going to free you and your children. This slut will never hurt you again. I loved you, Big Booby Belinda, but I can't do this no more. Lightning, shoot her. And then I felt the bullet enter my head. I freaking died. Copper was my only weakness. How did Lightning McQueen know that? I hope he dies. I felt myself fall to the ground. The last thing I saw was Lightning McQueen and Mater getting oiled up. and it was the end of my tale. If only I could lick his rusted bucket one more time. And that's the end of the Mater Fanfic. So now I'm in the process of burying it because genuinely it's like really bad. Ow! Oh, I almost fell over. There, now no one will see it. I'll just do it more. Now I have dirt all over. There.